Welcome to our platform for model transformation from conceptual models to knowledge graphs. My name is Mohammed and I will give you an overview of this tool. In order to catch up with the modern requirements, the platform is running in a cloud. So you don't need to install some additional software on your workstation, and basically you can access it from anywhere. One part of our platform, which I'm showing you now, is model transformation. We provide the possibility to transform a conceptual model to a knowledge graph. As you can see here, we provide many of the de facto standards for modeling. We have a possibility to transform eCore and ADOxx models in general, Archie for example for enterprise architecture, and Papyrus for UML. We transform these models to a well-known and standardized graph format called GraphML. For the purpose of the paper we are referring to, I will show you an example of how this platform can be used to identify the UML smells in class diagram. So let's start. Let's select the Papyrus model. Okay, so the model that we will be using is this one here. And if I click upload, so yeah, as you can see, the transformation is very quick, and the first screen is providing us with the possibility to directly compare the initial model and the transformed model. If we want to share a link to this transform model to an external system, we can click show GraphML, and now we have a direct link to the XML file. If we go back, we also have a direct download button which we can use to download the GraphML model and import it to Gephi or Wyatt, because they support the GraphML files. Okay, so let's go back. As you can see, I have applied some basic tweaks, and straightforwardly we can see a representation of the initial class diagram. So let's do the same in Wyatt. So yeah, knowing the capabilities of Gephi and Wyatt, straight away you can see the possibilities our approach is opening. So let's push the boundaries. Let's also introduce Neo4j. If we go back to our web UI, we have another option which initializes the transform graph in the Neo4j database. Now we see our transform graph directly in the web UI as well. In the central part there is an overview of the whole graph. On the left side we can run some algorithms to calculate centralities, measures like degree, betweenness, page rank, etc. We can also we also have some algorithms for community detection that are all in the end standard algorithms that work on graphs. On the right side we have some configuration fields on how we want to render a graph in the middle, and below we have a possibility to leverage a cipher queries, since the graph shown on the screen is running in the background in the Neo4j database, which I will show you now. Yeah, after a brief overview of the platform, let us show you one specific application on how it can be used. In the introduction I mentioned the UML smells. So let's take one example of the UML smell. It's called cyclic dependency, and in basic words it occurs when a class A has a reference to a class B and a class B to a class C, and again class C has a reference to A, which is not the best situation you want to have. So let's check if our model has such a smell? Because we have a possibility to use cipher queries. Finding such a pattern is very easy. So let's see if we can find something. And hooray, we have found it. I mean, not really a hooray, because having a cyclic dependency is bad, but hooray, in a way we show you how easy it is to check if such smell exists. So some final words from me. I have shown you an example of transformation of UML to knowledge graph, but I want to emphasize the generic approach of our platform, where the smell detection is just one example of how it can be used. Much more can be done with other modeling languages and other analysis mechanisms. I hope you got an impression of our platform, and feel free to contact us if you need more information. Thanks a lot.